Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we will make some lavender bath bombs which are not only fizzy but also bubbly. So let's see how I make them. So here I grab a bowl and I generally strain my baking soda because at times it has clumps in it which I want to avoid them. So here is my first star ingredient, that is baking soda. So I'll just weigh my baking soda and I prefer to strain every time. Even you should try that because it gives you a clean and a smooth bomb if it is strained, so that there are no clumps or any balls in it. So here I'll try to strain it properly. Straining also helps to get rid of any kind of dust if you have. Or now the second star ingredient that we have is the citric acid. So I'll just weigh my citric acid to it, and I'm not straining it because it is already in powdered form, and I've already stored in a airtight container, so it doesn't have any lumps or anything. The third ingredient is for hardness, if you can say that, that's kaolin clay. It also smoothens your skin and helps your skin to regain its elasticity. So we will not only add fizziness but also bubbliness to it with a little bit of SLSA powder. This gives your bath bomb a good bubbles when it comes in touch with water. And again I'll strain this one as well because it has little small due to humidity in my area, and I just don't want anything to be there while I make bombs, and it should not come out with lumps in it. So whatever you feel, if you feel your SLSA powder is enough good enough to use without a strainer, that's upon to you. You can use in that way as well. So I'll just strain it properly. See, but make sure when you're using SLSA powder, you need to wear a dust mask because it is very powdery form and it may get into your nose and eyes or in mouth as well. So yeah, I'll now just mix it properly. So these are our dry ingredients which are ready. We have measured them properly. Now I'll mix them a little faster so that we don't waste time. Make sure you're mixing it very nicely, either with your hand or with a stirrer. And now we'll measure our liquid ingredients. I don't add much liquids to my bath bombs because I don't want them to get exhalated. And this is Nature's Garden lavender flower fragrance which I've been using since 2 years now, and I'm in love with it. The moment you open the bottle, you feel okay, the lavender garden is near you. This is poly 80. This is again optional thing. If you want you can add, or if you want you can skip this. So slowly and gently I'll now add my liquid ingredients to my dry ingredients, making sure I'm not pouring it at once so that the baking soda and citric acid may accelerate and it may give you a hard time to make bombs. So slowly and gently, drop by drop, I'm adding it. Friends, many people use even water. I don't know how they use them, but in my country where I stay, it's a very humid climate area, so I just stay away from water as much as I can. I make sure that even my hands are not watered, or it doesn't have any water content, neither my containers, nothing. This is purple mica from Mad Micas. I have been using this again since 2-3 years, and you will see the result what purple good color it gives to bath bombs. Because it's a lavender bomb, we need to make sure that the bombs has to be purple in color, and cosmetic micas give good colors to it. So everybody likes their bombs to be colorful and not the plain ones. So yeah, I like this to use. And if you're following me from before, you know I'm a very colorful person. I always prefer my soaps, bombs, and other things also colorful. So here it is. This is purple in color, and see, slowly and gently it will turn out to be darker. So don't just keep on adding it. There is no specific measurement for it. Now in this I'm going to use with a spray bottle witch hazel. which is again not water, it is pure witch hazel, which helps in binding it. And make sure you're not spraying it more. Gently and slowly spray a few 8 to 9 sprays at a time, not much, and keep mixing it properly. You don't want your dry ingredients to get too wet. It should just be simple and like a dump soil, and it should not be too wetty or not too powdery. It's like a sand but not too flowy sand. It's a damp sand. So here our batter is ready. I'll just grab a tray. Because today I'm going to use a moon press, I'll make sure I'm pressing it on the tray, because again it will be easy for me to pick it up, because it will take 15 to 20 minutes to get hardened up, so I don't want to spoil or just break them. So this is my moon press. I have 2-3 kinds of moon presses. This is a little larger one. I'm going to spray little bit of glitters to it, inside it. These are cosmetic glitters, so don't worry, there's no harm, even kids can use it. It is skin friendly. It just gives your bomb a little colorful feeling to it. Now I'll just make sure I am pressing it very nicely to inside it. I am making sure that I press it very hard so that the baking soda and citric acid batter doesn't split away. So slowly and gently, don't even break your moon press, because you don't want to spoil it. And keeping your hands very light on the machine and gently pressing it. Make sure you're not pressurizing a lot. Gently just press it and release it. And yeah, your bath bomb is ready. I will be using all different designs that I have with it. So I have 6 around. So we'll do it little fast. This is the same process that I'm going to follow. I am using 2 to 3 different kinds of glitters just for the decoration purpose, because inside it, this, if you spray the glitter, it will stick to your bath bomb. Afterwards, if you think you will use it, then it would not be that easy for you. So the same procedure will follow, and we'll make it little faster. So now same way we have to use all other designs, slowly and gently, making sure you are not pressurizing, and have patience. So we'll make it little fast. I'll just fast forward the video so that we don't just sit and waste the time. I wish in real life I was so fast, but yeah, you cannot be. You have making bath bomb, you have to make sure that you have patience, you don't have anyone around, you are in your own world, and put some good music around you if you want, and slowly and gently make bombs. They are very lovely, they come out very nicely, they give you a nice fizz. So in some bombs I'm using the glitter, in some I'm not using, because some people prefer and some people don't prefer. Witch hazel is a very good binder. It helps very nicely to bind it, and it is not like water, it has to be little pure, so it doesn't accelerate, and you don't have a hard time to make it. You have to label the bottom as well, so that it's not mountainy kind of from the bottom, and it stays straight. See, all the designs are looking so beautiful, and all are different. The tops are totally different, and I'll show you if I spray the glitters from the top how it looks, because that would not settle once you use it. If you are adding the glitters inside the mold, it would be better, or else the glitters won't stick to it. So gently I've made all the bombs, and it took me around half an hour to make these things. So it's not time consuming also. There's no electricity that you require, there's no hard and fast temperature maintenance you need. It's just simple dry ingredients mixed with liquid ingredients properly in a specific measurement, and you are just way to go, and the bombs are ready. You can make it for yourself, you can gift to somebody, or you can start your own small business. If in case you are interested to start your own small business and you want to learn it, you can anytime drop down a message. Now see, there are 2 different sizes that I have. This is the bigger one and this is the smaller one. So I'll make few with the smaller one as well, because generally the smaller ones I also give for I also have samples that I need to give. Now here, if you feel your batter is getting too powdery, because the bottom layer sometimes doesn't get that much of spray that you do, you can again spray a little. but making sure you're not spraying more. Only 4 to 5 sprints and you're gone. And see, the smaller one also will come out very nicely. And here it goes. Yes. Oops. Yeah, perfect. So I'll use two different designs, and I'm also going to make some proper bombs, that is big bombs, the round ones. I myself, if you ask, I prefer the round ones only. These are fancy, these attracts many people because many people don't like the plain bombs. But when I use myself personally, I prefer the round ones because they are easy to handle, and they actually give you a bath bomb feeling. So yes, I'll make one round as well. I'll just spray some sprinkles. These are glittered ones. These are cosmetic glitters. They are safe for the skin. So there is no harm. They don't stick to your skin. With the water they goes. The round ones also you have to make the same way. Just add. I'll make a mini one as well to show you. I love the mini ones for my manicures when I generally do. I do my manicures at home at times because I am a very lazy person. So in this also I'll just spray a little glitter to it, and we'll just make small tiny bomb. This is a very tiny bomb. It comes around 30 to 40 grams, and they are very good as sample. They work as a good as a samplers as well. And yes, if in case you are working into a spa or anything, you can use this for your customers doing their manicures like I use. Just press it gently and keep it. So now the moment of truth, the moon press, you saw how they came out, but now it's the time. If in case you don't have many molds and you want to unmold it soon, this recipe also helps you to do that. You just have to slowly and gradually just pull it, and making sure with a light hand just keep it so that the mold you can use again. So here are the bombs, you can see. Now we'll see the hardness. They are too hard. This is the day before yesterday when I made. Within an